Yes, people, what is going on? Chelsea 0, Manchester United 0. Positives, Chelsea haven't ruined my birthday. I'm 23 today, if you care. Chelsea didn't lose. Yeah, 0-0. Not a great deal to say. Yeah. Where do I start? Let's start with a subscribe. Let's do what we should do. Please subscribe if you're around here. For my 23rd birthday, I'd love to get to 17k subs, which is about 30 away, I think, at the moment when I'm filming this. So, very possible. Might even be less. Make sure you subscribe. Yeah. I think, for me, the main thing I thought about this game was... It was probably I didn't do a watch along for it. Obviously, it's my birthday. I didn't really want to do it, to be completely honest with you. I'm glad I didn't, because... This game, I actually enjoyed watching it, but I still saw the same kind of things over and over again. We were better in certain regards. We dominated the ball. We dominated possession. All big positives, but we still didn't have an end product. And it's something that we've struggled with for a long time. It really has. And this game, do you know what it really screamed? It screamed Haaland. It really did scream Haaland. You know, Giroud was good because he was a target threat. But he can't do it for 90 minutes and he can't do the running around as much anymore, as much as we'd all love him to. So, positives, but big negatives for Giroud. We all know that, we're all aware. He's got a goal-scoring threat. But other than that, pretty much about it. Didn't get bugger all service to him, so wasn't really effective. Hakim Ziyech, I don't want to scapegoat one player. I was baffled that he stayed on the pitch for 70 minutes of the game, honestly. Didn't really do enough. Yeah. I look at this kind of player and think this is the game that you want to perform in, and he hasn't performed. There's a few things that go with it, but there's multiple sloppy passes, and just things that you really want to see better from. This guy that we signed for 30 million quid, 33 million quid, whatever it was, you want to see just a little bit more, and I haven't seen it, and today is just another example of it. Can't believe he stayed on the pitch for that long, honestly. Giroud comes off, Pulisic comes on. We tried to play a different way, which is still trying to walk the ball into the net. Which, you know, if that's what you want to do, fine. But if that's what you're relying on, you've got a problem. And I'll come on to that in a moment. Defensively, let's give credit to where it's due, to our defence. Back three, I all thought did really well. Honestly, I thought did really well. Kante was all over the place. Awesome. When I say all over the place, I mean in a good way. Defensively, he was superb. Got involved, did everything he needed to do, put foot in here and there, broke up play. That's the best version of Kante, which is great to see, and I'm really happy we got that out of Kante today. Probably man of the match, honestly. But that's because he's breaking up play, doing the defensive work, and there's loads of people that want him to go and do the attacking work as well. But still, final third, overhit balls, trying too hard, trying to force different things, and it's not paying off. Callum Hudson-Odoi obviously comes off. That's a bit annoying. Reece James is going to whip balls in. Well, Reece James is going to whip balls in to a big target man. And, of course, Giroud's gone off because he had to play 90 minutes. It's all a problem. And this is where the game screams Haaland. It just screams Haaland. Big physical presence. Fast. So, he's got what Giroud's got in the big physical presence. Got a goal-scoring threat like Giroud's got, fine. But he's got the energy, the ability, and the pace to be able to do it for a prolonged period of time. Big positives. If you want to try and walk the ball into the net, which is absolutely fine, a very acceptable way of playing football, Haaland can do the tappy stuff. And again, he's a goal threat, so people are going to worry constantly about where he is, which could potentially leave other people free, and it causes some sort of a decoy. Even if he's not the main target, you have to think about where he is. We didn't have that, because Pulisic, Werner, when they were involved, didn't have that same goal threat. Hakim Ziyech definitely didn't. Mason Mount was occupying different spaces. He was playing on the left-hand side, wasn't a lover of it, ended up coming onto the right a little bit better. But either way, occupying different spaces caused problems for ourselves. But Haaland does the tappy stuff, and he can tap it in from anywhere. But he also will bang it from outside the box as well, and he will hit it from distance, because there was a few occasions, and the one that really springs to mind is the counter-attack, where we had 4-on-2, and we played this awful pass from Giroud to Kovacic, who definitely did not want the ball. Giroud knew that he couldn't keep onto it for another 20 yards and then bang it. Not his fault. Again, he's older. That's part of what you sign up for when you buy Giroud. Haaland would have taken it on himself, and he would have mugged 3 people off in the process of doing it. Clinical. Just clinical. And it's not even about what he does when he's on the ball. It's also about what he does when he's off the ball. Because he is such an imposing presence that you have to think about where he is. Regardless if it's a tap-in, regardless if you're on the counter-attack, regardless of even just, you know, normal balanced game of football. You have to think about where he is. He can link up, he can move some people in, he can bring people in a lot better. But Giroud had a tough task going up against Harry Maguire and Lindelof, who aren't actually a great pairing, but, I mean, they're still two big, very tall, big centre-halves, and they're going to cause problems to you. That's respectable. It just screams Erling Haaland, because he would be able to just cause chaos for one, because the other one won't be able to keep up. That's the difference. Plus, you then bring in other players around it. You maybe leave a pocket of space for Hakim Ziyech, who, again, I thought was really sloppy today. You could see the way that Chelsea wanted to play, but it just did not work. It really did not work. In terms of going forward, defensively, we were pretty solid, but I still saw the same things. The best chance of the game, or the closest efforts of the game, bar some very straightforward shots being saved pretty much by both goalkeepers, was Fred's two, definitely Fred's one, that would curl just outside of the post. Greenwood as well when they came forward. Counter-attack massively. And this is a team that can do it well. Didn't necessarily have their shooting boots on today. Let's also give credit to the two in midfield, Kovacic and Kante. Again, defensively, we need to do more going forward and scoring goals and causing problems that way. But going backwards, really, not pocketed, it's not the right word, but dealt with Bruno Fernandes, who I thought today was non-existent. Some passing from both us and them, including Bruno Fernandes, sloppy, lacked the execution, lacked the final clinicalness, and that's ultimately what could cost us at the end of the season. Man United are in second, I think they are at the moment. Obviously, Leicester lost, West Ham lost, we stay in fifth. So it's actually an all right week to drop points, if that makes sense, against a team that's second, because obviously the other two have as well. Okay, fine. But still, we dropped points last week to Southampton. We should have been able to go out today. And let's be honest, if we have a clinical centre forward, we win that game. We win that game. And again, we might have been able to do the passy stuff and knock it around and keep possession. I was really impressed with a large chunk of that. It's probably the game I've enjoyed most watching under Tuchel so far, I must be honest. But at the same time, we still have to be able to put the ball in the back of the net, because that's how you win games. You have to score. But I was saying to my dad, I watched the game with him because obviously it's my birthday, I wanted to enjoy it. And we just said all the time, you want to win penalties and drill the ball across goal, five-a-side-esque football where you try and pull it back and whatever, that's fine, but you can't rely on it. You cannot rely on that. And even I'm watching the game with my girlfriend, and even she went, Chelsea are very good in possession, but they don't do anything with it. If that's what, bless her, my girlfriend, novice for football, thinks about the game, what is everyone else that's looking at Chelsea, playing against, future opponents? Leeds, we play them in a couple of weeks. They're probably looking at this game at the moment going, well, I mean, as long as we don't do that, then we should be fine. We need to show that clinicalness and that edge that we've got. And that was why I was really annoyed about the Newcastle game. Because obviously we won, it's a great victory, whoop-de-doo. We went 2-0 up in the first half. If we could have shown the world that we could have scored 4 or 5, everyone would have gone, yeah, we can't let Chelsea do that. And we've got to think about this player and that player and that player and that player. Well, at the moment, because of course we have got a few youngsters in and a few new talents, we need someone to really grab it by the balls, and we need that leader going forward. And that, for me, is Erling Haaland. That is Erling Haaland. I keep banging on about Erling Haaland, but that is the guy that we need. That is literally him. Anyway, look, there's nothing more I can say. The game wasn't exactly wonderful. It was okay. I'm not going to waste too much time about it. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. Thank you for 17k when I eventually hit it, because I will do. Yeah, much appreciated. Thank you so much, and happy birthday to me. Yeah, take care, stay safe. A lot of good videos coming up this week. Liverpool doing a video with Anfield Agenda as well. So yeah, all good fun. But for now, take care, stay safe. Up the Chelsea. See you later.